Hey folks, Scott Grove here of GroovyMusicLessons.com, and what you're looking at right now is part one of a large series of guitars that I'm going to show you via this format, which is basically just ran off of a Google Cast onto a big TV here at home from my computer, so I can show you the things when people keep asking me, Scott, what guitar should I get? I'm going to start sending you to these. I always tell people to buy used because it's like a car. You drive it off the lot and it's worth half what it was as soon as you take it home. Of course, everybody should buy whatever is calling to them, so whatever it is. But don't everybody go out and start buying something new just because it's new. There are so many great guitars that most of you are not aware of that were made way back when, and I'm going to introduce those to you. Which ones were garbage, which ones were great, which ones were mediocre. And I'm more than qualified to make these calls and have you trust me, because I have lived through all these times and owned all these. I have owned over 3,000 guitars and am, like I said, extensively overqualified to sit here and make these little videos for you. Right now I'm going to concentrate on, might want to put this in like your eBay search, and that's Matsumoku. Yeah, I know. The Japanese word you want to use, M-A-T-S-U-M-O-K-U. M-A-T-S-U-M-O-K-U. And just do a search and have it as a search saved. Now, some people are going to say that their guitars are from there, or they're just going to use their that in the title just to, go fishing with the PH to try to reel you in, and their guitar was not made from there at all. So watch out for that. I mean, look at this Explorer. Okay, now what I'm getting into today are these are ELECTRA. Okay, and the time that they were great is the time that everything in Japan was great, which has actually never stopped. But as far as when ELECTRA was great, is going to be the same time when Ibanez was great, Greco was great, Aria Pro was great, and so forth and so on. So I'm going to be going through some of those. Again, like I said, I will be doing a lot of these videos, and this will be video number one, and I will just show you just the greatness of things you could be looking at instead of a new guitar. Again, this boy, it's a beautiful guitar. That Explorer. Gibson, when they discontinued these things back in '59, all kinds of people came out with them, and then that made Gibson come back out with them again. All the companies I just named, they came out with the Explorer before Gibson put them back out. Same as here. So that's an ELECTRA MPC. MPC guitars, which they had a whole bunch of. You had a big trap door on the back, and you would put in what looked like old Atari game cartridges, but you had a room for two, they're about the size of a cigarette pack, 2 effects pedal cartridges. So you could pick as many as you wanted and have them laying around. You could have a distortion and a phaser in there, and you could see the 4 knobs. One would be a volume, one would be a tone. Then it's got 2 switches, and this here's pretty much the same on every one of their MPC models. I'll show you a whole bunch of them. So you have 2 switches to go between, regular or to turn on and off a distortion module, effect module you have, so it has built-in effects in the guitar, or turn on and off the phase, and then one knob would like change the rate of the phase, or one knob would just change how much distortion you have in it. And when you wanted to, you could pull out the phase shifter and then put in a delay and do that. So that was big back then. But some of these guitars were just amazing. So ELECTRA, they've been bought and sold a few times, and they were really crappy, especially when they did the ELECTRA / Crate time period. Crate was bought and sold a few times too. But I'm going to show you the good stuff and show you the bad stuff. And Aria Pro made the Explorer here. Ibanez made it, called it the Destroyer, the original round. All kinds of companies made the Explorer to look just like that, like the good old 58 Carinas. And Gibson finally decided they want a chunk of their own design. Okay, so let's get back up here and show you all the really cool Aria Pro stuff. Okay, so let's take a look what we got over here. Just a huge line, not a huge line, but they did have a huge line. You got a few here which were just great. You can see the first two. There's the Omega, the Les Pauls were amazing. Again, in an MPC. Lots of basses too, but the Phoenix, which is the Strat here, the Sunburst, was one of their huge designs for guitar and bass. Phenomenal guitars. Now you got to remember, this here is from like 74 up through 84. That's when all these companies shined. Again, the same companies. ELECTRA, WESTONE. WESTONE is what ELECTRA became. ELECTRA is back again today. A couple guys just kind of said, I want to start ELECTRA again. They were fans of it and started the company up again. And they're reissuing, you know, these same guitars. They're not brilliant, but they're making good guitars. But again, consider these guitars before you go out and buy something new. You probably will consider them, at least by the time I get done with this page and all the others. So, and you'll see a bass there, a Phoenix bass with 2 sets of P-bass pickups in it. Just amazing guitars. Back when Fender was really sad in the 70s and early 80s, as Gibson really was, according to a lot of people, which was the Norlin years. I personally like the Norlin years of Gibson more than any other time. They had some cooler guitars, as far as I'm concerned, but this is preference. Okay, Gibson came out with the Paul, and ELECTRA came out with this guy. Okay, so it's just another stripped down dark mahogany thing. Here you get one of their Les Pauls, but the thing that everybody was doing back here in the 70s, which is what you're seeing right here, is what Gibson's finally doing and started doing in 2009, and that was starting to finally put coil splits on all their guitars. Gibson sometimes says they put coil taps on there. No, sorry people, everybody gets that wrong. They don't know the difference between a coil split and a coil tap. You can look at one of my videos for that. But a coil split is when it takes it from a humbucker to a single coil. A coil tap is nothing like that. So advertising at Gibson, Fender, blah blah blah, they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. But when you see the mini switches on here like you do on this Les Paul, that is a coil split. It'll split both of them into single coils. Great stuff, and they thought of it way back then. Okay, so let's go through a few. Okay, again, their answer to the Paul. These were cool. I like that they actually had it's just another MPC in one of many variations of their Les Pauls, just like these two here. Look at that, beautiful. And some of these you'll see in a second, they were allowed to do the Les Paul custom headstock with the full diamond exactly the way it's supposed to be and everything. This guitar is not missing the pick guard. It has a clear pick guard, as did a lot of them, which I thought was pretty pretty snazzy. They have some really strange, here's another MPC, this was the Outlaw model. Very different looking, you either love it or hate it. We'll get to some really fancy stuff. The whole Tree of Life thing was big back then. There's another MPC, and every time I say MPC it means it takes those effects things in the back. This one here, now you got to think back at this time, most of this stuff was all pretty much done around this, same area, so they were all getting Maxon pickups, and Ibanez and Greco were getting, every model was duplicated. Greco would make some shorter scale guitars for the Asians, so like a 7/8 size Iceman, but they would, call it something different. So great axe there, just nothing fancy going on. You'd have push-pull things in a lot of these. Just look them up. Yeah, not everything was a bolt-on. Okay, here you have a Tree of Life, is what they call it, way before Steve Vai. So a nice 335 deal going on here. And again, the quality was higher than anything the U.S. was putting out for these 10 years. It was just smoking them. So do not shy away from Electra. Okay. Again, if I'm getting all this being the first one, I see a little bit of flicker when you try to film a television. And sorry for that. It probably looks better if I just do this. But anyway, yeah, maple fingerboards. Gibson did it too. And they're still doing it. If you haven't seen them, you haven't been paying close attention to guitars. Almost every company has done the maple fingerboards, but Gibson did tons that looked exactly like this. Maple cap, maple fingerboard, maple neck, maple headstock. They all do it, but it looks cool with the black inlays. Here's another Outlaw, which they'll call the Omega sometimes, and that's another MPC. Another one, that one's another MPC. Let me just come on down, just like The Price is Right, man. Okay, look at that beauty. I mean, that's as beautiful as it gets. Again, we're talking, late 70s. So you're about 77, 78 right there. Clear pickguard. Okay, you've got 2 switches, and then if you see up there where the normal Les Paul position is for a toggle switch, it actually has a veritone there, so it'll be a 4 to a 5-way position thing that will actually split coils. That'll do parallel to series wiring and all that stuff. This is not an MPC here. This is just something that has tons of wire rearranging capabilities through everything. So that is not an MPC. Just has everything from coil splits, again, to just different variations of, in phase, out of phase, blah, blah, blah. Again, phase is not a phase shifter. You can put a phase shifter in these MPCs, but a phase switch, no, never means it's a phase shifter. So get that out of your brain. Yeah, I thought it too when I was a kid, but I learned quick that no, that wasn't it. A bunch more MPC Les Pauls. Here's a straight Les Paul and a light maple. Very cool. Okay, now we're going to get into some more familiar things. Don't know what the thing in the middle is, but yes, you had a Tele, and it came with a Tele correct headstock. Okay, then you had some weird looking leftover Japanese stuff there, but then we're right back here to our Explorer, which is a perfect copy. But again, this particular version, they made it without the MPC model, but this one here, yeah, man, you're looking all the way back to the mid-70s, and just beautiful as all get out, and it could do any effects you wanted, and they sounded good. The effects were nice back then. A lot of famous people, a lot of famous effects that you just don't want to miss out on. So Electra, Electra, Electra. I can't speak highly enough of them. Just great stuff. Okay, let's do some moving around. Oh, there we go. The Les Paul Special, or the double cutaway. Love it. Okay, the pickup there in the back is going to be a Maxon, and you'll always notice it because they have that same thing Ibanez did. There's a metal covering over top of the pickup, but both coils are exposed. Ibanez did that to a lot of guitars for about 8 years in a row. They would do a covered pickup in the neck and then the exposed, but still what they cover over top of the bobbins. So that was also an MPC with a Veritone this time instead of a switch, just a regular toggle switch like all the others we've seen before. So they decided to do an MPC Les Paul and then also add a Veritone to it. So that was a 6-way. There you go, the 4001 Rickenbacker. You're like, no, it's 4003. Not back in them days, kids. There was no such thing as a 4003. They were the 4001s back then. And yes, they did left hand. So don't feel left out. Companies were gracious back then and did all kinds of left-handed models, unlike today. I mean, that's beautiful. Look at that thing. Okay. That is just flat flipping beautiful. Okay, now we're going to get to some more. That's what I'm here for. I know you could do the same thing, but you're not gonna. And if you want to sit here and listen to me, you can. Okay, if you want to go Lucille style, go for it. That's just a regular guitar. There you go, Flying V's. As close as you could get them. Now these type of guitars, Destinies and such, are very, very cool. I'll show you what's cool about it, and I'm going to buy one of those, and I'll show you in a second. Here's one of these things, which I wouldn't touch, but if you dig it, they can be had for little to nothing. Now these I love. Okay, you see the two humbuckers and the single coil. Okay, the middle pickup is controlled by that middle volume knob. Just pull it out and it turns on that pickup. And that middle thing is the volume for that pickup. The other two actually split the humbuckers. So you can have 3 single coils. You can have any combination of single coils and humbuckers. And 22 frets. Beautiful thing. I have to have one. And what's going to happen is right below it, that guitar, which you saw the back of a minute ago right here, is the same thing. Same wiring. Okay? So, I have to have some of the, I've had a few before. There's the Urchin, U-R-C-H-I-N, that's the name of that one. I just know these from, I've had all these. But man, these are awesome axes. Just amazing. And you can have these for way less than you're paying for Squiers and Epiphones. And these are better than the Gibsons and Fenders of the time. Why would you settle for a lesser guitar? I don't know. I really don't. I just want to turn you on to these. That was cool right there. I mean, factory custom, pinstriping like your race cars. Okay, look at this Les Paul. Okay, again, this is an MPC, but the finish is, the quilt top on this thing is just stupid. Poor TV thing. But I figured this is the best way to do it. Okay, here's another one of these. Great stuff. This is always great. That's all I got to say. Okay, if you can see the headstock, and it's not going to help for me to zoom in much on these, but yeah, they have the real headstock and the real Les Paul custom diamond inlay, and they weren't afraid to put inlays all over everything. And now that's a regular Les Paul copy, custom. Nothing weird about it as far as any push-pulls, blah, blah, blah. It was just a straight-ahead thing because Gibson at the time was doing pancake bodies. So they were doing the mahogany and then balsa wood, then mahogany, then balsa wood. So in the 70s, even Ace Frehley and Peter Frampton and everybody, they were doing You know, these pancake bodies is what they were called. So in essence, plywood. That's what Les Pauls were in the 70s. You know, so most of the famous Les Pauls that are out there are plywood. You guys just don't know that. A lot of you. Okay. Some more of the same. These are smoking guitars. Great. And there's the matching bass. Okay. These are just simply as groovy as they get. Okay, just going to try to compact some stuff that isn't quite what we've seen before. Here, I don't know if you can see the detail, but Electra, kind of like Ibanez, but Electra took it to a new level. This is carved with tons of floral stuff, and it's actually relief carved in there. Just amazing work. Okay, and remember, there were no such thing as CNC machines or anything back then. So they, you know, these guys were back there carving. Okay, this was not machine. I mean, it was machine done, and a fact that, you know, they might have had a couple little tools that they could whittle with, but these guys were big on carving guitars. Okay, I'm going to load up a whole page here so I can zip through now that you're starting to see some of these. Let's see, these guitars are going to look just like the Ibanez PF series of the late 70s, from 77 up through 80. The PF Ibanez guitars were amazing, are amazing. You should invest in those too, and I'll get to those. And then you had different colors of that guitar here. Showing you some nice neck through stuff. Okay. Another MPC. Here's a headstock. Okay. That's one of their headstocks for like their guitars, like the Phoenix, all the Phoenix guitars. That's what these are. Some have double humbuckers, some have every combination in the world. Looks like an Ibanez there, don't it? No, that's an Electra. Okay, Electra right there. It'll show some carved body work on an SG and a Les Paul. Major carving going on, both with maple fingerboards. Okay, and a nice 345 looking thing over there. Okay, you got the different tailpiece, great inlays. Okay, here's the headstock I was telling you about. Bam, lawsuit. But hey, it's perfect. It's got the book headstock. It's got the exact diamond going on in the middle. Amazing. Okay, another MPC. There again, that is not theirs, but I love this. That is beautiful. Okay, here's the MPC headstocks. Okay, just to show you what those look like. That logo there is the Electra logo. It's just a couple of E's pointing towards each other. These are the MPC, the effects. So just these little boxes. You can get 2 of those in the back. Just opens up and you slip them right in and pop them right back out. Okay, we're back to my guitar again. God, I love that. The Destiny, and they went by a few names, and some of them got rid of the little 2 points at the bottom. I'll show you those too, because I'm going to get one of those and a nice metallic gray. Okay, I'm going to go up and refresh. We don't need to see that, but I'll show it to you anyway because it's just such a 70s porno thing. That's the gray one. Okay, not her. Okay, look! Oh, I know he's everywhere, but look how good they did the Flying V. Karina. And amazing. Gibson wasn't doing them, so everybody else did. All you semi-hollow body and hollow body guys, there's tons for you. Okay, this is beautiful. This is me all the way down the line. Everything about that is beautiful for me. Okay, again, the Electra Phoenix, and again, Electra would turn into Westone eventually. During the transition, they called them Electra Westone. put both names on there. Okay, another Groovy jazz box. Okay, here's the other one I was going to show you. That one I'm getting. Again, both coils split, or both humbuckers do split into single coils, 22 frets, so everything is in the right place for what I like. And the middle one turns on by simply pulling out on the middle of the 3 knobs, and it does not have that little pointy bottoms to it. I'll show it to you in a minute. This here looks like the Ibanez Musician. It is not. It is Electra. Okay, that's, oh, hello, baby. Okay, there's another Les Paul Custom. Okay. Now there's the older logo. Okay, you're looking at early 70s. You'll find this on the Strats and Tellys, and the cheaper Les Pauls with the bolt-on necks. Okay, so that will be the logo in like 72 up to 75. Okay, nice peg heads. They will have a volute, so they're not as prone to breaking as Les Pauls. They kept them there. Here's a guy that has his Phoenix with 2 humbuckers. Ibanez did the Blazer series and so forth, and a couple other things where they did all natural. Same thing going on here. They were dang near the same company. Here's another PF looking model, like, you know, after the Ibanez. And catalogs, just do the same thing. This is just a Google search. All I put in was Electra guitars, and you can go see as many as you want. It's a lot better than going through eBay, but you have to go through eBay to get the prices. But you can snag some of these. Like, look at that. If you can actually see how cool that is for a Les Paul Special, that is as good or better than the Les Paul Specials of the time, or before, or since. These places simply made them good. There you go, another Electra Phoenix with, ta-da, a Floyd. Okay, 1 pickup and a Floyd, ready to roll. So you know you're about 84, 85 right there. Okay, these are cool. These, yeah, were the X series. The X120s, the ones that I kept saying are kind of after the Les Paul, which were called just the Paul. It's always the X120 body shape. Another one here of a Les Paul type of deal. Let's go up another page. I got a long way to go on this, and that is fine because that's what I'm here for, the long haul. More Les Pauls. Here's a Flying V, modeled after the Ibanez version of the time, doing the what did Ibanez call their V's? I had my Ibanez V. What the hell was it called? The Rocket Roll Senior. That's right. And then they came to the Rocket Roll 2, which is what this is a copy of. And they're all again the same. Here's the X120s again. More Les Pauls. There we go. The Randy Rhoads looking thing. More of a Gretsch type of deal going on. Here's the Outlaw body style again. Some more great looking guitars. Some folks you may know here. That is not theirs. I'll let you know what is and what isn't. Here's the 4001 again, not the 4003. You're like, what's the difference? Much cooler back then. Great inlays on this MPC Outlaw model. Yeah, you're talking the real deal with the paint job here that Gibson tried to recreate. These guys did it way before. Then you can have a standard P-bass. I'm going to let you hang here for a second while I head to the boys' room. Be right back. Okay, that was a fun trip. Okay, I'm going to load me another page up. And tell you guys about something, and that would be prices and so forth. Electra. When you get down to the Ibanez looking things here, the Phoenix models that look like this, average price on eBay for that is $199 up to $249. Okay, so, and they used all real woods for people who care about wood. They did not use plywood of any kind. There was no basswood back then. It's not basswood, it's basswood. So when you see things that should be mahogany, yes, it's mahogany. If you see a flame maple top, yes, it's maple. It's all grade A stuff. It's not cheap at all. There's no, I mean, like I said, these were simply better than anything US was putting out. All these companies were building better mousetraps in the USA during this 10-year time period. And that's the facts, Jack. So, there you go. Okay, let me get back up to again, if you're into the old retro stuff, there's the actual old retro stuff. If you're into that, grab you some. I'll take this. Okay, somebody took a paintbrush to that one. But here's a Phoenix, getting slick looking. So you know it was dang near hair metal time. But then again, you don't have to spend a ton of money. Some of these are very pricey. I'll let you know when I get by them. Nice, hard to tell if that's neck through or set. More or less Paul stuff going on. When I catch something price-wise, right there you're going to be running into where the stuff where it was crate Electra, and that'll run you about $99. So not the same people behind it at all. That is beautiful. That Phoenix base there is like, you know, without a finish, of course, natural, but it does have clear on it. So they didn't leave it as open as this. So you might be looking more on the $400 range there. But then again, you're not going to get a Epiphone that's going to be anywhere near that good, and you're not going to find a Jazz or anything else that's going to be as groovy as that, or a super precision. I mean, they are superb guitars. Again, I don't know how many times I have to say it. I'll try to stop after now. Look at this. Every bit as good as American quality. Better at that time, for sure. So if you get those, then you know that you're getting stuff that is better than what America was putting out in the 70s and early 80s. Okay? It's just the way it is. Okay, here's another Phoenix looking nice. I love these things. Fabulous. Okay, so for all you Roadster and Roadstar people, these are every bit as good. They all use the same components, the same everything. Okay, so just let you know, here's another nice, great jazz box here. Some magazine stuff here for the 120X stuff, which is right here. Here's a more highfalutin one. We are not in MPC mode here, it's just straight guitar. So you have 2 volumes and a master tone and a 3-way switch and a neck through. And nice inlays. You have a semi-funky little throwback. It's not a throwback, it's an actual, hey, I'm here. So they're not old in these pictures, or these are not recreations. Let's look at some nice neck joints here going through. Again, the 120X model. Check that puppy out. Another ad. There's the Explorer. Can't remember what they called it. It wasn't the Destroyer like the Ibanez, but they had a name for it. I can't wait to show you the bass when it comes up. I don't see it on here yet, but it will. Again, there's a clear pickguard. Maple, maple, maple. Go into the next one, maple, maple, maple. Okay. One is a Les Paul. This one is still less polished, but it's the other thing with the Veritone up there where the three-way switch would normally be. So you're looking at 5 to 6-way up there, then 2 more switches down there for wiring configurations, master volume, master tone. Okay. Da, 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 da. Electra. Okay. There we go again, right up my particular alley. Here you go. The Outlaw series is, you know, very cool guitars. They're just weird to look at, kind of like some of the old Ovation electrics. Here's the cheap stuff for $99, Crate Electra. Any Behringer guitar will be every bit as good as that. It's like anything. It's like your Squier Bullets or your Affinities or anything like that. So you can pick those up for under $100. You can do it on a buy. You can probably win it because nobody will bid for 99 cents. Now, that's a sleek looking axe. Check it out. Okay. Elderly actually carried one of these, and that's one of the shit guitars. So that's a $99 guitar. Okay, try to show you what's what. Okay, nice looking axes here. Dickie Betts. Yep, he had his for a little while. Let's see what the boys have down here, because I know we have Peter Frampton coming up too. Everybody was using them. Hey baby, little eye candy. Another MPC. Let you get a close look at the controls. Okay. Usually it's just on and off for each effect, and then one again. You're looking at first knob volume, tone, and then one parameter and another parameter. One parameter each per effect. So on and off switch per effect, and then one parameter like a speed control for a phaser, or volume, or a distortion, you know, whatever. So whatever makes the most sense. The delay pedal, change the delay time. So whatever you would need the most of. Beautiful looking axe there. These here that are made so well with set necks and so forth, these will get higher in price. But luckily Electra, even though they are the exact same quality as the Ibanez stuff, Ibanez will just charge more because they say Ibanez on it. There's no difference in quality. They're the same flipping guitars. And same with Greco. They're the same guitars. None of them are better than the other. Okay? And same with Aria Pro. Okay? None of them are better than the other. You're just going to find a great guitar. But consider these, please, because they're honestly superb guitars. Okay, there's Frampton. Before Frampton could afford a pancake Les Paul. That's what he went to, that 3 pickup thing. Yep, plywood. Lots of balsa wood in it. Everybody thought it was great, so they would reissue it, but it just said Gibson on it. Y'all fell for it, and it was these companies making the good guitars, not Gibson. Okay. Find something that's cool. There's another ad again showing a few more things. A little bit of change there. Here you go. Let's check out that bass. That's the Outlaw bass. Okay. As weird as it looks again, it's kind of Ovation-ish, but it is extremely cool sounding bass and playing basses. Had a couple of those. Just phenomenal. If you dig the looks, cool. If not, whatever. This here's just a Reverend guitar over here, so it's not an Electra. You know how things get thrown in here, but I'm here to see you through it. There's another cheap one. The Flying V. And yes, that's definitely Electra. The Les Paul is definitely Electra. That is not... Oh, that could be the bass. The jazz bass. That could very well be Electra. They would often use the white inlays for their name up there. This is going to be the old style logo up there against the maple, and you couldn't read it, so you'll see some others. Some great stuff there. Another MPC that looks gorgeous. There's the clear pickguard, you can see. And the typical, like I said, on all these old Les Paul looking things, that's what the pickups will look like. A covered one by the neck, and then that, but still with a metal covering over the top of the two pickups, and then a piece of metal going right in between the two bobbins. And they always do the zebra look, or they will have square pole pieces. And it was basically Maxon. You're all familiar with it. If you're not, get familiar with it. Maxon would do the pickups. Okay, just going through, same old, same old, same old. Great looking jazz stuff again. And look, trapdoor. You can get inside and work on your wiring. Gibson has needed to do that forever, but they're never going to. Sucks ass. But these guys did. There you go. That little set screw back there on the bottom. Yeah, that's not on the bottom. That's not for your guitar strap. That's to just simply unscrew that and open that door. Just do a little twist. Door opens up. You can check all the wiring. Do it. You don't have to use coat hangers or anything anymore to get in there. Beautiful stuff. Another ominous bass. Look at that puppy. That is an MPC bass. So you could have bass effects. Okay? Yeah, they don't leave the bass people out. Check it out. You got a very, very cool thing going on. You have lots of tones from your Veritone instead of just toggle switches. So you have everything that the MPCs are known for. Again, those two white things are the effects. All right. Another shot of these. We'll see a lot of the same, which is fine. And as long as it takes me to get through all these, I will sit here and get through them, because that's what I do. Okay. You're actually right here, because I already know this. That's one of the new Electras from the new owner. They are not being made by anybody that was with them before. They are just fans of Electras and started it up again. They just bought the name and said, let's do it. Nobody else had, so they got it. Here's nothing you've seen before, or haven't seen before. We have leaves, foliage, actually, into the finish there. You'll see a few better pictures. Again, this is a simple Google search. Again, that's a Reverend guitar. There you go, another Phoenix bass. Looks like something Billy Sheehan might play, Yamaha. That's the Urchin, U-R-C-H-I-N. Not Foreigners. Urgent, urgent, emergency. Okay, an original design. Fine. Well, we've seen original designs, but yes, there's stuff for the bass players. And again, a quality Flying V when they weren't being made well. Here's a beat up axe there, the Outlaw MPC that has seen its better days. Again, I'm getting one of these. Definitely got to do it. Again, there's other pickup configurations for these. Kind of looks like a Howard Roberts looking thing here. Nice axe. Here's one of the new ones. Cheap piece of junk. There's a good old one. Okay. Here's a Telly from about 72. Okay. So we have 6 individual saddles. Okay. And you'll notice the is not a Telly pickup selector. It's a little smaller than a Les Paul 3-way toggle switch. Okay. So I know it's the TV, but yeah, you can actually intonate that guitar. Okay, we're getting down to some more fun guitars that I like. Back up here, love that. That guitar is going to set you back about $600 or so. Again, that is not an MPC. That one just has the Veritone. The cheap one. Okay, the bass again in something different, but that is we just have a Veritone there. It's been seen its better days. Double pickup Phoenix model. Another headstock shot of what the Phoenix guitars look like. Okay, we've seen this, we've seen this. A Les Paul with a lot, you can't see it here, but it has a lot of carving on the body and the Tree of Life vine inlay. Here you go, a nice looking burst. The cheap bass, one of those again, the MPC Outlaw. Here's the Telly again, a different variation. You have the lipstick pickup in the bridge, 3 saddles. Okay, you have a more Telly pickup selector, volume, tone, and then the actual output jack is right there on the very butt of the plate. Okay, and then you have the mini bucker at the neck. So they took the neck pickup, put it in the bridge, and then put a mini humbucker. Somebody had to do it, so there it is. Again, this is on the front of one of my videos. I just love the bass. It just looks beautiful. I would love to have a guitar that way, and I'm going to do it. I actually have had one that way. I didn't order it that way, but I left one of my guitars at a music store one time and came back for it like 15 years later. I was out touring and came back, and it was hanging on the music store's wall, and with a sign on it. It says it was an old 1964 Epiphone Coronet, and he had traced a bunch of Coke cans and quarters and $50 and did the big thing, and he's like, "Does your guitar sound hollow?" And whatever, and I was like, "Man, that's my guitar sitting here for you to fix," but lucky me. Okay, more axes, more axes. Red Urchin, another there. Nothing we haven't seen before. A nicer shot of the effects packs. Another MPC, a whole row of fun here. Let me get past that. Okay, now you're going to start seeing some stuff we haven't seen yet. And I'm going to have to get some electricity in a little bit. Okay, that's a good one. That's a crappy one. That's a really good one. That's another PF looking Ibanez type thing, but you got 2 switches there to split the pickups in half, to actually, coil splitting, not coil tabs. Okay, this here's a bad shot. We got good shots later, but yes, they redid the Ampeg Dan Armstrong guitars and basses. Okay, and here's that guitar again in a different shape, slightly different shape. There's the cheap one, when Crate and them were together and made it, and when somebody else owned Crate. Crate was actually originally SLM, St. Louis Music, back in the day when crates were actually made out of crates, their amplifiers. Thinking about buying one of those too. Cool stuff. Remember when they came out, man, those things were loud as all get out. There's the door in the back for the MPC guitars. Okay, so you see the brass little knob there. That is the part that covers the 2 effects. And they go in and out really quick, so no problem with the quick change, but it is what it is. But the guitar itself is amazing. All of them are high-end guitars. So again, I implore you, quit spending money on new junk and save a guitar that is of superior quality to what you're out there buying for the same money. That one there is amazing. Again, for me, I'm going to have to get one of those. I'm just going all kinds of crazy over these junk from the new days. There's a single coil, single coil, single coil. So that there's actually the ELECTRA WESTONE right there. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so that one again can go to 3 single coils if you want to, or any combination. That's just another copy, but it is ELECTRA. And straight across the bottom, nothing we haven't seen. Okay, I'm just going to go on up. Just going to go through this whole page and see what we got that's different. That Telly is not theirs, that's somebody else. That puppy, no. That is a real one, which we went through. You've seen, just somebody holding it now. Nothing here. Somebody had it signed. The white Les Paul looks nice. The headstock is not too far out when you get to the weird headstock, the swoopy thing, the MPC headstocks. Another, I think it was Howard Roberts models that they were making. Ibanez was too. Everybody did because everybody did. Okay, another MPC. That one. There's a newer crate that was junk. Okay, that's crate again. That's not Electra. Okay, here we go. We got a nice color here. Getting ready to switch to the Westone at this point. Again, that guitar. I'll zoom right on through until we find something nice and different. And let's go up here. We have lots of those. Oh, nice purple one there on the left. Okay, I'm digging these. Digging them. A nice veritone there. And the normal so-called spot. Here's the old logo again. Okay, so still the swoopy MPC headstock. Okay. No, the Mustang, or that thing is not theirs. That one is. The V is. Some of these V's are quite expensive though. I mean, they'll take you up to $1,100-$1,200 for a prime example. Okay, another SG with a whammy. Hard to say what that is. This is nice. That shows you the leaves that are carved into them. Again, the square pull pieces on the bridge pickup and the clear pick guard. It's a beautiful looking example of the carving they would do on them. Okay, a Les Paul access door for the MPCs. Nothing. Some Mesa stuff. I will bring you down some more. Reload the page. And again, I wouldn't be showing you this and wasting your time and mine. Junk. Good stuff. MPC. Nice if you like the double humbuckers. Superior guitars. And you shouldn't miss out. Really, you should at least check them out if you ever get to see them. Pawn shop or a used guitar shop. And there's that puppy with humbuckers. Again, every bit as good as the vintage Ibanez or anything else, and again, better than what the USA was putting out at the time. And can still whoop pretty much anything that USA is still putting out. There you go, the Ampeg Dan Armstrong copies. Both Electra. Another MPC. Why am I seeing that? Oh, okay. Dunk. Weird headstock there. On an MPC again, that's going to be on the Outlaw model, so that'll be on the headstock there. Nice P bass, but with a different body. Okay, gonna do some more up here. Load them in. Okay. Sweep across, see if there's anything different. Nothing yet. Amps. That is not theirs. That is. That's another one with the little toggle switch and then the output jack on the plate. The mini, the neck pickup on the in the bridge, and the small humbucker, mini humbucker by the neck. Back of a messed up Flying V. There's their wah-wah pedal. Yep, they had pedals too. Go look for them. There's those guys again. Some great looking stuff. Okay. Yes, that is Electra, not Gibson. Look at these. There's crap right there, of course. Da, 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 da. Nice bass. Nice simple bass for you P bass lovers. And there we go again. ELECTRA, that's Mesa Boogie. Okay, there's that guitar again. Again, I will be getting one of those. Another Les Paul, a P bass copy, an old jazz box. Oh, here we go. I like that. Where is it? That's cool. You have, that's where it's different. That is cute. I like that. The blue burst, that is cute. Okay, you already got a single coil on both ends, but then a humbucker in the middle. Again, middle knob, pull it, and that one goes splitting. Okay, so you can still do this. So just a different thing. That's not theirs. That is. Oh God, let's see, what do we got? Yes, they did a lot of acoustics too. That's Silvertone. Don't want the Silvertone. If you guys don't remember, all the old Silvertones back in the days were, you know, of course, in the department stores, and they were, of course, made by Dan Electro and so forth. A lot of that knowledge. Now there's getting ready to be some cooler stuff coming up. The telly, I'm looking at it. Hard to say if that's theirs. There are some that are a lot closer. Now this one, you'll see in a minute, it's actually that cool red thing that I keep showing you that kind of looks like this. But it's actually got black binding, double binding. So I gotta get that one too. This shape, right there, has the 3 single coils. So that's kind of cool for me. Another MPC variation. Another jazz box for you. That looks nice. Yeah, I gotta get that one in that color. I love it. The Howard Roberts looking thing. Blah, blah, blah. The old style setups back in the early 70s. Another MPC, another piece of crap, another piece of crap. Easy to tell. This here's early on, so if you like the old retro crap, I don't. But if you do, around the time of, you know, this is shortly after the Tiesco and Decca and all that crap, Kent and all that, you know, so it's not nearly the quality as what I'm showing you. So that's pre-quality. Okay, all the way up. That one again, plexiglass, has been around for a while. Gotta love it. I do. Don't care if you do or not. I got mine. Okay, let's go back down to some more clear pick guards. There's that puppy. Man, there it is in the case, ready to come to me. These are not theirs over here. Those are. That's their back of the Explorer headstock. It's showing the, I can see the Electra logo on the back of the keys. Okay, this is theirs. Nice, nice. That's theirs with some extra stuff thrown in. You got the Veritone up there where the toggle switch is. Then you have an extra one back there by the knobs back there. So you got some extra stuff going on right there. Okay, 2 singles and a humbucker that are splittable. Okay, this takes you back into the early 70s. Okay, typical way back when with their lap steels. Everybody did the double necks, including them. Okay, I'm watching my battery and my upload for today for my Fender pedal, which will be done tonight. You guys will get to see shortly. Another telly. Yes, there are strats coming up. Bang, bang, bang. Don't know who the effect pedal belongs to, but these type of guitars, you know, that crappy stuff that you used to buy at a garage sale for $5, that people try to get money out of these days, like out of National guitars and all that, just horrible crap. That's what that is, just horrible crap. So avoid that stuff unless it's what you like. That's all I can say. These are not theirs. Those are. That's not. This is, of course, ugly tuner buttons. Okay, so we got the double necks again. Left-handed, actually. Again, nice. There's the MPC effects again. Ta-da! The bolt-on neck and the crappy pedals. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Nothing up on the top row. Nothing on that row. Okay, there's my blue thing. So I'll show the blue guitar because everything else has been seen. So that is cool, and again it's back to 2 humbuckers and a single. Both humbuckers are splittable. Missing the trim cover. Anything else of interest? There's that guitar with the nice white. I would love that color to match my pseudo Iceman thing. Again, the Howard Roberts looking thing. What else? Which is that guitar. Okay, here's an old Telly headstock. Okay, with another logo. Yet another logo. So, this is when they were doing a lot of Fender guitars. So there are a lot of those models out there. Okay, but that's what it looks like. And I wish I could zoom in. You will see one somewhere. But it's kind of unmistakable truss rod cover. You can see them all the time on eBay. Just look for ELECTRA truss rod cover. And they will be there. Let's see. I'm going to try to find something different. If there's something we haven't seen, there's one. Looks like a, there you go. So you're going to get into the thin line looking stuff, Telly Deluxe. A nice sunburst here on my Groovy guitar that I enjoy. Not theirs. Another headstock. Another headstock. There's my blue axe again. Let's see if there's anything new. Bodies without them. The cool white guitar again. Nothing else to see. See what we got here. Oh, there's the a nicer look at the Telly headstock. Nice looking finish on that one. This one's brilliant. I love that finish. So some great looking maple there. Bolt-on. Again, we're looking at, oh, there's some honest playwear. And nothing different to see here. I'm going to throw a little electricity on here. So hang on while I get a power supply. Okay, isn't it funny? You look up Electra and you get Carmen Electra, of course. So I guess it's not that funny. Okay, nice neck joint of some sort, camel toe. This here's another example of a nice looking headstock inlay or overlay. Hard to see on TV, but you can tell they actually did some work there. Bass player enjoying his bass. This is theirs. It's a different headstock. Okay. Somebody doing some schematics for someone else. Again, Outlaw is the name of the bass. The Electra Outlaw. Very cool. Whether you like the looks or not, it is a very cool, extremely versatile bass. You'll see that one has the mini humbucker up by the neck and then the P-bass pickups, and it's also an MPC, so it has up there by where the Les Paul would put a toggle switch. It's got another Veritone there to do all kinds of stuff, and then all the knobs and switches for all your effects. So just a party just waiting to happen. Okay, let's see what else we got. I'm gonna go right there. All right. Let's see. That was an Aria Pro. There's that one again. Yes, this is theirs, the Firebirds. Okay, that's with the 3 pickups. They did all those, all the old Gibson favorites. They've all been done. So this is not all there is. I just really want you to see, and to, all the variations that I can find. That is theirs. That's an actual Electra Strat from about 74. Okay. And then there's the combination of Sandberg Electra, which is not exactly the same company. I mean, it's the same company. It's still called Electra. Different ownership. But, yeah, that's a good-looking Strat. And they play great, and they were definitely better than what Fender was putting out at the time there in the 70s, as you guys know, or are supposed to know. Sometimes they get things right in the chat rooms. Nothing fancy there. Again, I'm going to... is that a dude and drag? No, it's a chick. Okay. Let me see what's on the screen. Anything worth looking at? Yeah, actually. Well, it's more the same, but that's okay. Let's see. Good looking headstock there with great inlays. Nice looking tuners on the bass. Old school crappy guitars. Again, that'll be like late 60s, early 70s. Somebody swapped out the neck pickup, at least. Yeah. Okay, we've seen this guy before. That bass comes around a lot. That's definitely Electra. Then somebody has changed the pick guard. A nice clean shot of that one. I might have this other. Yeah, I do have a good shot coming up. Again, the axe that I dig there. Good looking axe there. Here's the one that had the cool looking headstock. The other thing, the double neck, that's actually a Washburn. I've had one of those too. Way before Ovation came out and Richie Sambora and all that crap. Good looking working man's bass right there. Looking good, Mr. Cotter. Okay, there you go. The EB3 bass. Okay, so they finally took the old the Mudbucker's still there, but it's got that pickup back here by the bridge. Sure did save that. They sound great. I've had that bass too. Phenomenal. Just so many things I wish I would not have gotten rid of. Okay, let's get some more stuff on here. And like I said, I'll just do as many of these as I have to, because I will be able to point everybody that keeps saying, well, what should I get? I've got this much money. It's like, go look at all this stuff. I've put the time in. Go look at it. There's somebody doing some modifications. You little shit. Alright, where is anything? Okay, that one I have to have. Just, good stuff. Hey babies, foot fetish, anyone? Old junk. Again, I know some of you people like this old junk, so if you do like that kind of thing, or this kind of thing, yes, they made plenty of it, same as the Ibanez and the Aria Pro. Again, they're all basically the same flipping thing. If you like one, you're going to like the other, because they really are the same stuff. Just people fell in love with the name Ibanez for some reason. Ibanez. So again, with that and that, you've seen, and there's a good shot of the SG, and that is a standard finish that they offered. Okay, so very groovy. And again, my axe that I have to have. There's a nice looking of the abalone inlay. So that is cool. I like that. Quite brilliant. And they did a lot of body binding with that later and artwork. Let me get some more stuff here. I'm kind of sick of looking at Carmen Electra. Never thought I'd say it, but I'm saying it now. Okay, what do we got? Oh, the Dove, but that's by Electra. Everybody did them. Ibanez did them. Aria Pro did them. Everybody did an exact Dove copy, and all the Martin copies, and every copy that could be done. Okay. The base version again of that. Electra as a blondish and a brunettish, and she's doing her Kardashian thing. Good shot of the pick guard again, and the pickup. Not theirs. That's theirs, and it's original, and it's normal. It's a regular Les Paul looking deal. Okay. Saw one of these Flying V's and one of the Explorers. It looks like Hetfields and stuff, but these people were using back when. But these were on eBay recently for a few grand each. So some of these really have some stuff behind them. Here's the tuning keys with the logos. Okay. Anything on the bottom row? The lap steel with a little cool lap steel amp. And these two. That's beautiful. Nice neck joint right there. Okay, let's get up here. And if this is boring, so be it. But I've got everything on here. I like this. Again, it's 3 pickups. Speaking of Electra, different company, but I'm looking for an Electra Glide. If you guys don't know what it is, that's okay. I'll show it to you when I get it. Nice looking bass there. That's not theirs, that's not theirs, that's not theirs. These are theirs. Okay, this one, let's see. Oh, here it is. You can see the headstock and the inlays, but that's the 4001. Oh, there. You're like, what? This. It wasn't always a Gibson. So if you're looking for that 84 Explorer looking thing, you know, all these companies make them and made them. And they look just like Hetfield's guitars, if that's what you're into. This here's the very end of everything, and this is not nearly the end of their guitars by any means. There's a lot that are missing, but go look at Electra. Okay, so that's what we have here. Electra, you're like, duh. But, and pedals again. I just zoomed out, didn't I? Just left everything to shit. But everything. Yes, they did do Mandos. Not the same Electra, different Electra, but that one's sweet. They did that one in a burst, you know, kind of a silver in the middle, then the white on the outside, kind of a reverse burst. Here's another one of these. Finally put a J pickup in there, jazz pickup, made it nice. So that's what we're showing on the Electra. Now I'm going to zoom all the way up to the top and go to where we did the where everything changed. Pardon while I freak you out here. Some of these look cooler in fast motion. And I'm going to go to the Westone guitars now. You can watch me go to the browser. You're like, thanks, Scott. Okay, Westone. And you can see some of the same things, of course, because it just became the other company. But we got a lot of cool stuff out of Westone. Now, do not dismiss Westone, because these are every bit as good as everything that's came so far. Plus, we're heading into the 80s now, which is amazing. So they did a lot of great stuff, and they kept up with and everything with Jackson and Charvel and everything. They all different guitars, but they weren't around for long, but they are super high-end quality stuff. So pay attention. Even though some of these look like the same old thing, they are Westone, okay? And some are Electra Westone, okay? Number one, another one I have to have is both of these. Again, look at that. That's 80s big time, but again, for me, you can Stratocasterize these things all kinds of ways. And they eventually come with Floyds. So you have cool axes. Okay, so we're getting cool and cooler and more modern. Yes, the fingerboard is red, just like I like it. You know, they're matching. So they did a lot of matching maple fingerboards where they painted them and put the clear urethane on them as well. So this is Westone, all one word, just like that, Westone. Okay, so know that you can spend your money, and do not fear. These are of the highest quality around. There's the guitar with the red all over the entire flipping guitar, headstock, neck, or fingerboard I should say, everything. Look at these. Westone, Westone, Westone. Yes, this is Westone too. Reverse pointy headstock, Westone. Snakeskin graphics, Westone. Hitting the 80s hair time, and they did some nice stuff. Here you are kind of looking at a off shot of Carvin. You know how they did the fin on the V on the bottom, long, and then the short one on the top. So they did like a upside down Rhodes looking thing. And yes, this is Westone. Simply look at it. So we're doing the Super Strats, and the Floyds are here now. I'll show you the headstock. There you go. The big W looks like a crown. That's the, and we'll get some other views. Okay, we're still Westone, and now we're here's this. Okay, the Thunder stuff is actually fairly expensive, but it's the way Westone is. These are very awesome guitars. Again, this is what Electra became, was Westone. Okay, so you got some cool looking sculpting going on. Look at these. So yeah, we're definitely into the 80s. We still have this, but it says Westone now on there. We still have a few of these, and we have my guitars that will splice into Stratocaster things. But look at where the neck joins. So I have a variation now, and look, you got 3 little switches there on the white guitar. Yay, that's me. And it switches every flippin' where for everything. So they were all about guitars that did everything, way before anybody else was. Even more so than Ibanez. Ibanez had a zillion switches. Even, I think BC Rich was the only one that had maybe more knobs and switches back then. Okay, so this is where this advanced to. So looking good, Mr. Cotter. Okay, show you this. There's the transition. Okay, so that's the transition. Things looking nice and round and keeping up with the times. All these are still theirs. Nothing has been somebody else's yet. So they're splitting everything. So every time it's got a humbucker on it, they are splitting it, which every guitar should do. I mean, some people are like, oh, simple, you know, less is more, but hey, if you can have the options for free and be able to sound like everything, why not? And here comes, man, we're going to see this a few times, and you're either going to love it or hate it, the rail, but that's not this yet. That's this. Here's the rail guitar. You don't see this very often. You see the rail bass, R-A-I-L. Why? Because it's made out of actual rails, and the pickups slide back and forth like on a grabber bass, but you can do it with the guitar pickups or the bass pickups, and it has to plug in right where the pickup is. The black thing to the very far right is the output jack, and right on top on the left you see a thing. That's the volume, because it has to move with the pickup. I don't know why they didn't just run the stuff through the, well, I guess you can't run it through the rail, so maybe that's why they did. Neck joint again. So look how everything's doing. They're doing good stuff. They're doing the star guitars. Okay, here's part of the rail bass. Okay, getting cool graphics going now. Okay, so we're looking at the Satriani type stuff now. So graphic time, it's hairband time, and these guys did it as good or better than anybody. Straight Les Paul, nothing but Les Paul, and killing it. Okay, again, this is me. I love hairband looking guitars that can actually do 3 single coils. That's what I'm about. What you're about, whatever. I'm just showing you everything. And there's that logo, that axe. Look here. So you got a star-shaped guitar, all red everywhere, body, everything. Again, 2 humbucker single coil, can go total full Strat mode if you want. Look at that wild sucker. A wild turkey. Getting into some really high quality axes. Okay, I've got the rail base here, so I got to get up here and get it. There it is. So it's headless, and that's the bass. You just put the pickup where you want it, slide it. The little black knob right there where the pickup is, that is on the far right of that block. You just, tighten it and loosen it or whatever, and you move it and, put the pickup where you want it and put it in its place. Just tighten it back down. Okay, more star-shaped guitars. Everything here I could use. Okay, the one on the left, the black one, you can't see it, but we're getting into better whammies. Okay, so I have to get one of these too, because they're going to sound, oh, they do sound, I've had them, like Strats. And again, that's me. Maybe this is you. Now here you go, bass players. You want it in? There you go. You'll get more pickups later. Look at this. It kind of looks like the Guild. Here's a Westone Strat. Again, Westone is big quality, folks. It really is. If you've missed on the Westone days, get them. Look at them. Get on eBay. Check them out. I couldn't be more excited over guitars again. Look at this. You could, if you want to put more pickups in it, whatever. You're not just, destroying a landmark here as far as people are concerned, but they are going up. And there's this one going all red again. Just some cool stuff. Okay, now we're going into where the Pantera. You're like, what? Pantera? Yes. I said it. Okay. Bang. Model of the guitar. But man, that blue is awesome. But yeah, right there's what I'm talking about. That's just written right on there, just like Steinberger would do, or whatever, So you got like a 335 here, another Pantera. Just some more stuff letting you know that they're creeping away from Electra and becoming Westone for sure. Got a big old meatloaf looking dude there like me. Okay, you got a slanted single coil and then a humbucker. So modernizing again. We're getting some pearl finishes. There's the Westone logo right up there. And Westone's here. Again, look at the locking nut. Same as Ibanez, exactly. Especially if you get the Ibanez Professional stuff around 1985. So, again, if you've never heard of Westone, welcome, because it really is these guitars are treats. Total treats. Okay, we're getting into super telly territory. 3 per side. That's a good one to customize right there. And we get even crazier. I mean, that's Alembic. That's not theirs. Okay, that's not them. That is. Here's a Westone headstock again. Another red fingerboard. That's not them. This is graphics with the snakes. You know which one that one is. Okay, the Pantera thing, but without the word written on it. That's theirs. Looky here. Nice looking telly. Washburn did these too. Same thing with the Floyd. 2 single coil splittable humbuckers, 3 on and off switches, pull up on the volume knob, split the humbucker, 22 frets there. Giggity. Not theirs, but hey, cool. That's theirs. So Super Strats Floyds are flowing freely. Dun, da, da, da. So everybody could have had these. You can still get them. They are plentiful, and it depends. I just know these are, there's the Urchin again, under Westone name. I know they're going to go through the roof, especially if I keep promoting them, because I like doing that. Is that Mark St. John? Yes, it is. He did. So Mark St. John from Kiss, right there. He did one album, one or 2 live shows, and that was it. Then his hands ballooned all up. He couldn't play anymore, and he went away, and then he taught guitar for a while at an institute, and then he passed away. Everybody knows Eric Carr passed away, but nobody knows about poor old Mark St. John. He was in one video, and that was it. Hey, but at least he had a lot of chicks in the video. Good looking guitars here. You'll notice these look just like the Aria Pros that are coming up later. They're like, later? It's like, yeah, I'm not done. Here's that finish I was talking to you about. See how the center, the creamy center, looks like a reverse burst? I like those. Very cool. And you're getting ready to see something that you didn't think you were going to see, but you never probably thought you were going to even give a flying rat's ass. But yeah, other people copied BC Rich. Everybody copied BC Rich too. So that's them copying BC Rich. And they will be better, because BC Rich can't make anything worth a crap still these days. They used to in the 70s. But, okay, so it's all about Westone right now. Check it. Still some tradition here. Lots of individual switches. I love guitars that are that way. And there will always be coiled splits on most things. That is not theirs. That is. Okay. Everything's still looking bloody red. And that guitar, that funky thing. I know you think you would have seen that around more, but there you go. Good old Strat looking thing, but a different body shape. But look at these. The chromium finishes. I mean, those are slick looking. Again, we're kind of almost in Satriani territory with the Chrome Boys and so forth. Just cool stuff. Now I'm going to show you in a second one of their blue guitars with blue fingerboards and so forth. Everybody can do these. They've been doing them forever. A lot of people just haven't seen these. They're just not aware of them, and that's why I'm coming to the rescue to help you out. There's another Pantera. Just lots of great stuff. I love these. Are going for a lot if you get the right ones. Some of these are $1,100. Some are $300. Is that the I believe it's Concord is what that one's called. But the blue one, oddly enough, commands about $1,000 premium over the any other finish. The other ones you can have for nothing, and they're going to be better than Fenders, period, from any country. Okay, so they did a lot of wild and crazy stuff, but they did everything with top quality. Why did they go out? Because everybody went for the whole Jackson thing. That's it. They could have as easily went here And I'll show you something. After my own heart again, bam, Alvarez did this too. Modulus graphite necks. Right here for Westone. So you can find Alvarez electrics, tons of them, and these Westones with modulus graphite necks. Okay, so they're out there. The necks are worth a fortune. So if you see them, be aware of it. You know, Dr. Groovy's here to help save your ass. Show you things that you're not aware of. Old crap that is probably going to be just Electra. There we go. Bases are starting to look better. We'll check that one out in a little bit. We're just at the bottom of the TV here and at the bottom of the screen. I'll just keep on loading it up, kids, and we'll keep on riding. It's what I do. And I'm glad some of you appreciate it. Okay, so the bass, the bottom of it there, you got all kinds of controls going on. Simple bass here. Okay, we got some more interesting things coming up. And some more old favorites. This one's still there. It's not all red this time. It has a proper rosewood fingerboard. We got some painting here. Look, check it out. Ah, that's going to be an Electra, not a Westone. But, bam, check it. Good looking Rickenbacker in the middle. Copy. And there's the rail bass next to it. And then their little alien thing all the way to the right. Okay, so lots of great stuff there. Lots for bass players there at the end. Well, actually, every one of them's a bass. All 6 of them. Okay. Very cool. And ta-da. And my buddy there, it's under the Westone name now. Check that out. It's groovy, huh? Getting rid of the neck plates. Now we get our neck plate back. Another headstock and a model number for you. Okay, I'll bring it back up here to where I'm getting ready to go to. Okay. Bang, bang. Let's see, let's come down to here. Electra Westone again. That's us. Okay, so there's that one again with the single and the humbucker. Never did like the output jack on the plastic. You know that's going to break. So if you ever see a guitar with the output jack on the plastic pickguard, it will break. Especially if it's Bakelite like the old days. That's why all those broke. But here's some more stuff. Here's a variation of a BC Rich of the Mockingbird. So it's a variation of that. An ugly variation, but it's a variation. Hey, they tried. Classic guitar, left-handed. Okay, here's the Concorde again. I gotta get one. Just these things have been calling at me lately. So these are the guitars that are calling to me. And again, most of them are not going to cost you anything. Okay, this very familiar looking for old stuff, but hey, remember the crackle finishes? So they were there with everybody else. They somehow got looked over. So again, if you're not familiar with Westone, take it from the doctor. Man, these things are awesome. Bass players, check it. We're starting to get into the what were those? The Kramer and put out the you know what I'm talking about already. Spectre basses, starting to get into that kind of look. So they're trying to get in on it. Nice looking stuff. Hot stuff, it says. I remember these ads when they first came out. Nice looking binding on there. And just another quick pass. Okay, I'm going to fly through. I've got about half of this page to go. Anything interesting? Let me look for something new and different. We've seen these. Seen those. seen those. Okay, there's a nice looking rail. I'll show you that rail because it's cool. This one, check it out. Get a good look at the rail and the tuners on the ass end. Okay. And the Westone bass starting to look like the Aria Pro. The Aria Pro basses like this are going for about $1,200 or more. Okay, proper volute. Amplification. Stuff you may not know exists. That weird looking BC Rich copy. There's that thing in a bass. I think it's cool. I really do. I love the paint on that. It's just begging to have another pickup thrown in there, a jazz pickup at the bottom, and then go pointy, man. It's time to go pointy again. Just some cool stuff. Got another cool pointer down there. But yeah, this Westone stuff, it's been hidden long enough. It's the next one to get noticed. Really is. Westone has been silent long enough. Silent but deadly. The blue again. Everybody likes to be blue. The Concorde here with some graphics. Here's some more stickers on this guy we've seen. Bass headstock. Not for that one. It's a different headstock for that bass. All these woodies. This one we've seen looks like all the Ibanez, but then again this body style I'm still digging. Waiting to be modified. And more proper whammies going on. Again, nice looking Jackson style stuff. Bass players, knobs and switches everywhere on that bass. Everywhere, but that is the output back there. So 3 on and off little switches. I don't know if they're 2 or 3-way. Brass knobs. Again, another thing that Washburn and Aria Pro are big into. Washburn's another great company you guys need to be looking at and taking seriously. The stuff they're making now, depends on where you get it from, is crap, but back in the day, man, they did some high-end stuff. Love their Sarzo bass. There's the Concorde again. And that funky looking, look at that telly. Holy crap, that's beautiful. Okay, again, it's just TV, all I can do. But heavy metal telly, and again, everything is switchable, and they left everything at 22 frets for me. Like it's for me. There's Lynch, looking lynchy. Some Lynch mob here. That telly's nice. I have to hunt one of those down. Here's something after my heart, clean tone. Yeah. Now it looks like a Fender, what were those? Bullet. Not Squire bullets, but the actual Fender Bullet. Before there was such thing as Squire. So that would have been 1982, because Squire came around in 1983. Yes, I just know this stuff off the top of my head. Why? Because guitar is my life, kids. For all you people who think I'm just a total moron, Scotty's a lot more on the ball than you possibly can imagine. Another rail. Great basses, man. You want that alternative and something that really kicks. I've had them and they're great. Awesome. Just everything you could want in a guitar. And again, get on them before they go totally stupid price-wise. They're on their way, well on their way to being stupid. Okay, we're almost at the end of the Westone. Let me do this, then we just got a couple more. Yes, that's Westone. That's not BC Rich. They did really good on this one for the most part, keeping everything Westone. Nice looking stuff here. Looks like something out of a 78 Ibanez catalog. And we know why. There's the back of their pickups. I can't read them from here. Let me see, just for fun. I know you're like, this ain't fun. That's what they got on the back of them. Can't quite tell myself, but if you can, good for you. Westone Raider 2. Who knows who actually made the pickups for them? Okay, look at that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, look. Washburn did this with the band, one of their Bantam basses. This is Westone's version. Everybody getting on the Steinberger kick again. Okay. Everything down here is what we've seen. Just more color variations. Again, I'm loving this. It really calls to me. I want that bass version. It's all about that bass. About that bass. About that bass. No chappers. Okay. And it's just the bottom row is all that's left. Okay. There you go. So I'm going to stop there for today. So that's Electra and Westone. Same company. It just became the other. And hope you dug it. Okay. So look at those again. M-A-T Matsu, M-A-T-S-U-M-O-K-U, Matsumoku, Matsumoku. That's a lot of moku going on. I'm going to be all kinds of orange looking after this, pointing straight at the TV. Hey, the hair is looking beautiful too. So, Scott Grove again, GroovyMusicLessons.com, and I will just say here, I've been trying to think of a way to do these videos where I just show you all the axes that everybody's like, well, what should I get? And I'm like, get something used. Well, like what? Like these. Again, everything that I've showed you, Electra and Westone here, in video number 1 of guitars that you really need to try out. Whatever I'll call it here, we'll find out in a second. But that was video 1. And I'll do as many of these as possible because somebody will look at them, or you can just simply Google. But some of you people don't know what to Google, and I know the information on all these guitars because it really is my life and always has been, and I don't read anything else, and it's always. And again, I've probably owned almost every guitar that you're ever going to see on here that I'm going to show you from the 70s through 80s. Okay, and that's mainly what I'm going to be showing you, 70s through 80s stuff that you can still pick up and that you don't know exist, and to try to keep you to quit buying new junk that's out. Some of it's okay. Again, I prefer the Korean-made Paul Reed Smith way more than the USA stuff and a lot of that type thing. Everybody gets everything I say wrong. They're like, Scott's all about American stuff. Like, no, I'm not. You know, the Mexican Fender stuff is every bit as good or better than the American stuff. Depends on when it was. I think the best Strats ever were from 87 to 97, and that's the one with the lace sensor. So the Strat Pluses and every variation of the Strat Plus Deluxe and the Strat Plus everything. They did Telly's the exact same way with 3 pickups and lace sensors. Beautiful. But anyway, so Electra and Westone. See what you like. Check out the prices. Amazing stuff. Hope you enjoyed that, and a lot more coming up, and I will just basically be your host through Google searches. It's the best way to show you these, and there's always going to be more than it just shows right here. Look them up. Put them on your searches. Check them out. Play them anywhere you can, and save some flipping money and get a much better guitar than you're going to get with the same money on a new axe. Okay? Guys, be groovy. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.